What's up guys, Adam Fez here, and today we're going to be going over how to create a cooldown in Aitum. Now there are multiple ways you can do this, and the first way you can do it is simply by adding a rule. We're going to just use mute me for an example. So whenever someone chats in my Twitch chat, and they use the word mute, no matter where it is in a sentence or command, I want it to mute my microphone, right? And then let's just copy this here, and then we want it to unmute, let's say after 5 seconds. And I will rename this so people know what is what. Go ahead and click create. So now we can test this. Whenever someone types mute, it's going to mute and then mute my audio, and then 5 seconds later it's going to unmute. If I just type in mute, see, I can talk again. Great. So now that's one way to do it. The other way to do it would be to create a global variable for it. And I'm not going to get into too much detail about the global variables, but they're basically allow you to use them for multiple purposes instead of just one rule. So you could use it for when someone follows or subscribes or redeems the channel redemption. You can use it for anything, but we're not going to go into that right now. But you will create a global variable. Another way you can do it is create your global variable. We'll name it mute me just so it mocks the rule that we're creating it with. And if you have multiple global variables, you can kind of tell which ones go to which. We're going to set the type as switch, and we're going to set it to false because that has not been set yet. Go back to your rules, and at the end of this rule here, you want to create a new action, and the device is going to be Aitum. The action type is going to be change global variable value. You want to select that mute me variable you just created, and the modifier, you want to set it to true. Now, you could have this after the mute, after the cooldown, or you can have it before the cooldown. So these two would happen simultaneously, and then 5 seconds later it would unmute you, or you could have the global variable be set to true after the fact. But I'm just going to leave it here for now. Now, you want to create another rule, and this is going to be the enable disable rule. So enable and disable mute me. So the device is going to be Aitum. The trigger type is going to be global variable changed. Now, when the mute me is set to true, which is what it does up here, we want it to disable the rule for, I don't know, 2 minutes. So nobody can use it for 2 minutes. So we're going to do a check for the mute me variable. And if it's equal to true, then we want to have Aitum disable that rule. So then we're going to select the rule, mute me, and turn it to false. So this means because it got turned up to true up here, it's going to automatically trigger this rule, and then it's going to set it, make sure it's equal to true, and then disable the rule. But after 2 minutes, we want the rule to be re-enabled again, right? So we're going to create a new action. We're going to go down to Aitum. We're going to say, actually, we could have just copied that, but we'll just go back down here. Enable and disable rule, mute me, and set it to true. And then set this to 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes. So the rule will get turned off. 2 minutes later, this will get turned back on, and then we're also going to add another action for that global variable to be set back to false again. So we go ahead and save this. We can give it a test. So after 2 minutes, we should be able to talk, or no, sorry, 5 seconds, we'll be able to talk again, but then we'll mute. Let me minimize this and minimize that, and you'll actually see this rule disable and then re-enable. So we'll type in mute. I got my volume back. I can talk again after 5 seconds, but notice this rule went red, which means it now turned off, and it won't be able to be turned back on until 2 minutes. And then once it turns back on, it'll also set that global variable to false. And just like that, the rule came back on automatically because of this 2 minute rule we had set down here. this also got switched to false. So there's proof. It all works. Aitum is amazing. But that's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, I will see you guys all later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below or go in the Discord. The link will be in the description below. And until next time, I will see you guys all later. Peace out.